welcome to Rubber and Ink. If you're following my blog, you know that I lost my SD card and I am going to have to redo about 10 cards. So here we go. We're going to start with a blue base, and it's a standard size card, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And because this is a very easy card to reproduce, I am going to make a little cutout of the trees that we are going to draw, so you can use it as a template over and over again. So it doesn't have to be exact, just gives you pretty much a little, the size of what you're going to be using. Here you go. We have 3 little trees that we're going to be using as a template. We're also going to be cutting a mountain type of background. So what I'm going to do again is to just pencil in what I think will look good, and I'm just going to cut it. So just want to make sure that it fits all the way, and it does. And just put adhesive all over the borders. Now we're going to do some embossing, and I'm going to be using the confetti stamp set, and there's little snowflakes over here, so I'm going to be using that one. I'm going to put some embossing buddy here and spread some so it doesn't, none of the oils of your hands and other particles will stick to the card. So I'm using Versamark ink. And I'm just going to stamp a little representation of snowflakes. And I'm going to be using the clear embossing powder for that. You don't really want it to show a lot, but clear embossing powder just gives you this beautiful background shine of the image. We're also going to be embossing the Peace on Earth sentiment in white embossing. There you go. Now comes the time where we're going to be using our little trees. I think one tree is going to be here, the small one probably here, and the other one probably there. I'm just going to trace slightly around triangles. because we're going to use these triangles as a guide to draw our trees. So now you're going to need a white gel pen, and I am going to start with the one on the right. Sometimes it's a good idea to start the pen on your finger if you haven't used it in a while. So you're going to do like a chevron type design here. So you start in the middle and go at an angle until you meet the line of the triangle that we just drew. And you turn around and do it the other way around. Here you go. Same thing on this one. I normally start from the middle in an angle to the top, so I know that this middle is going to be exactly where it should be. So from there you just draw parallel lines all the way up, following the pencil guidelines. This is not supposed to be exact. It's supposed to be a drawn card. This ink is a little bit wet, so I'm going to make like a fake line on top here to kind of represent snow, just parallel to the cut of the paper. There you go. Probably here. Here you go. And I'm going to be using the, it's called Designer Vintage Faceted. And I'm going to use the medium one on this project. So just thread it through. One end and then the other end. Now what I think is easier to do when tying a bow, when I'm doing this, is I decide where the button is going to be, and then I use a little glue dot. So the button will stay in place before I try to tie the bow. There you go. Now it's way much easier. Now, once the white gel is clean, to finish it off, you're going to just erase those lines. A very easy to reproduce card. You need basically only 2 kinds of stamps, and the trees are made by yourself. I hope you enjoy it, and you join me tomorrow for another card of the series. Thank you.